And we need to talk about Deepak Chopra for real. I mentioned him in yesterday's show, but yeah, this is, let's say, much more disturbing that people were realizing. So many people look up to this guy. That he was propped up by Oprah. Well, we got Dr. Oz as well. I think that Dr. Oz is legit, kind of. Dr. Phil ended up being legit. So there's that. So it's not that bad to be propped up as long as you do things right with your life. And this seems that Deepak Chopra chose unwisely. There's let's say there's one email that is, or two of them that are especially damning. No, I'm not drinking gin right now. I'm drinking tea, just in case I wanted to make it clear. So the skin doctor, Deepak Chopra, a highly popular Indian-American author, speaker known for popularizing ideas around mindfulness, meditation, spirituality, and mind-body healing. His name appears, okay, that is an interesting number. Not gonna lie, if you like numerology, as I do, you know that number is interesting. His name appears 3,300 times in the Epstein files. In one of those times, he says the words, "God is a construct. Cute girls are real." He wrote to Epstein in an email. See if I can. I already showed you this one. Let's see if I can find the other email. See. Okay, this is another one. Thanks to Dave at Longevity Labs. Bring your girls. It will be fun to have you. This was from Deepak Chopra. Subject, I have an idea. From Deepak Chopra, okay, to Jeff Epstein on February 25, 2017. Or again, everybody knew who Jeffrey Epstein was. It was a secret to literally nobody. And he said, "Come to Israel with us. Relax and have fun with interesting people. You want to use a fake name? Bring your girls." And if he's talking to Jeffrey Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein had no daughters that we know of. So yeah, bring your girls. It will be fun to have you. Love, Deepak Chopra, MD. Okay, I guess that you can reach out to Deepak Chopra to ask questions about this. I was such in a rush that I forgot to see that at Epstein files. I forgot to screenshot the email itself. I know that you're mostly listening to this, and you're gonna say, "Okay, I'm just listening to Jesus right now," but I want to show you the email itself. I want to make sure that I show you the email itself, just in case. Okay, let's see if I can find it very quickly. Right here it is. For my bad, not doing this before the show, but again, I was rushing with so many topics at the same time. And again, there's this email. Movie magic. Deepak Chopra, The Mind Bleeds into World, edge.org. And he wrote, "God is a construct, cute girls are real." I mean, we needed like a third line to become a haiku, and that would have been more interesting. Again, this is the kind of stuff that we are dealing with. I already read this on, I think it was yesterday or a couple days ago. But he said, "My biological needs are met occasionally, but that too, it seems I've been there, done that." So let's say that Deepak Chopra wanted something more spicy, perhaps. And I'm not talking about food. Even if you know that Indian food can be great, I love Indian food, get really spicy. I don't think that he was talking about spicy in that sense. I have 3 more books to write, and then we'll be done with that as well. I will be going for 1 week silence at the end of this month. with a small group, maybe some more clarity than I do enjoy the company of younger, intellectually sharp and self-aware women and love to engage with them to inspire and stimulate them. Oh, that's, again, the guy knows how to write. He forgets like 90% of punctuation marks, but let's say that's what you got. And yeah, this hearts emoji at the end. All these emojis are so disturbing. So there's your guru. If you have Deepak Chopra books, I guess that is gonna be, maybe you are going to see them in a different light. And speaking of, let's say, famous people on the island, I'm gonna just do an addendum to this topic because I needed to mention that Stephen Hawking is again in the spotlight because of this, but the difference is that we got emails from Deepak Chopra to Jeffrey Epstein. That is one thing. And the other thing is what people are sharing about Stephen Hawking. I'm going to mention Stephen just to compare, let's say, the evidence, quote unquote, that we have from each of these men. If there's any evidence of Stephen Hawking, we have this. Stephen Hawking cheated on his wife with a nurse after his wife had supported and cared for him for 30 years. The nurse was also the wife of the man who created his speaking device. That guy was never a good person. Okay, but again, that this doesn't prove that he did anything at Epstein Island. Yeah, this is maybe not the best way to behave. Cheating is never okay. But it doesn't prove that he did anything at Epstein's Island. I thought that I'm going to jump to here. It seems that when Hawking, this is from Jeffrey Epstein himself, when Hawking came to my island and said his dream was to go diving, I duct-taped his head to a high-back chair and loaded him into a private sub. Great fun. Okay. So this is the kind of things that Stephen Hawking basically enjoyed. We have photos of this, actual photos of this, and people were joking about, no, Stephen Hawking was not dead. But yeah, the joke still stands. I will allow it. I will allow it. J Nova. I duct taped his head to a high-back chair. But again, this is the thing that I want to mention. There's one reference that I made sure to double check with sources online. After diving, Hawking had the horizontal mambo. It seems that, no kidding, one girl said that she had the horizontal mambo with my friend Stephen Hawking. And there's a picture in here. The picture is real. Okay, the picture is real. He was actually, I don't know if this was, in fact, where was this photo taken? But the picture is real. But what is real from here is that Jeffrey Epstein actually sent this email, but this is just hearsay and maybe even joking from something that happened. At no point there's no email, there's no communication, there's no other picture of Stephen Hawking doing anything of the sort. Stephen Hawking is mentioned in the Epstein files. Epstein is kind of joking, is about one girl. I think this is the most disturbing part. No kidding, one girl said that she had the horizontal mambo with my friend Stephen Hawking. Again, this is no proof of anything. And again, Stephen Hawking is dead, so I guess we will never know. That is Biden. That is that is Biden, not Stephen Hawking. Yeah, there's a problem. Deepak Chopra always creeped me out, like a cult leader says. That's 1013. Yeah, it's like we have to go with the vibes. I mean, so many people say I don't like Jesus Enrique Rosas. He has this vibes. It's okay. It's normal. We have vibes with certain people. We don't like certain people. There are conservative commentators that are really, let's say, accurate, I would say. But I don't know, they give me a bad vibe. When somebody gives you a bad vibe, you go with your bad vibe. You say, no, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Maybe that will save you. Will save you a lot of headaches and heartaches. But again, I would love to know what do you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. Much love.